Forbes has just released their XRP price predictions, saying that it doesn't look too good for XRP. Now, of course, I want to go ahead and analyze further into that, and so make sure you watch the video until the end because it is highly important. And of course, none of this is financial or legal advice because I'm not a financial or legal advisor. And of course, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and comment what you think about this crazy idea of Forbes saying that the price is not going to increase and is actually going to crash. So let's jump right into today's article. Crypto price predictions, ugly Bitcoin bubble warning as Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, and XRP suddenly rebound. And of course, as you guys can see, this is off of Forbes, the real Forbes website, and I'll bring this up a little bit here. Forbes right there. And the article says Bitcoin and cryptocurrency prices have rebounded after a sudden sell-off last weekend, wiping around 300 billion from the combined crypto market, with some betting on the market is heading far higher. The Bitcoin price is now trading almost 30% down from its all-time high at around 69,000 set last month, settling at just over 50,000 after crashing to under 42,000. Smaller cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum, Binance, BNB, Solana, Cardano, and Ripple XRP have also bounced back after the crash. Now, one financial advisor has made a stark Bitcoin and crypto price prediction. One in cryptocurrency is one of the biggest bubbles ever, and when it bursts, it's going to be ugly. So I'm going to quickly here go over what they're saying. And I think this kind of goes with what a lot of people are predicting as well, since I've been reading a bunch of different articles specifically for cryptocurrencies and stocks. The idea is, as we keep on going through time, and of course inflation is taking over the world all around, and every country is having its difficulties, especially after COVID, and of course the new variant and things like this, cryptocurrencies is building and building and building. And of course, we heard that cryptocurrency is resistant to inflation. But the fact is, if people start to lose income and inflation just keeps on beating its way up and it keeps on going higher, eventually reach a point where people decide that they need to live and they need to pay for necessities like food, shelter, etc. And their only income method that was stored was assets like cryptocurrencies and stocks. So what I believe they're trying to say is there's going to be a time where the economy is going to be so bad post-COVID, and this is already what we're kind of starting to see. The little dip here was because people were worried about Omicron, the brand new variant. People were scared of lockdowns, especially since the United States said they're not going to give any more stimulus checks. So people were already worried and had sold. The idea is that if another fear a tactic or another economic issue impacts the United States or Canada or any major country or the world in general, then you're going to see a big bubble burst because everybody's going to start selling off just to be safe and to keep their assets in monetary value. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to 100% happen. There is a possibility that as inflation increases, you're going to see a lot of the countries increase their minimum wage or maybe find other ways to kind of assist the community and assist their citizens to go ahead and fight that inflation. But there is also a chance that the countries may not be able to offer that monetary assistance, and that's going to cause a big deficit to the citizens' income, which is going to cause him to have to sell off their assets, whether it's shares in a company, stocks, or cryptocurrency, to try and replace that lost income that he was living off of. So it does have a point. We also seen that from the time of the article, there was a significant dip in Bitcoin. It hit 46,000 and is now back up to 48,000. So I believe right now at this point, and this is my personal opinion, we are currently at a standstill. If we see positive news come back, I did read an article saying Canada is actually raising their minimum wage as well. So that's a very good sign because that is a way that temporarily, for the time being, is going to combat that inflation. It's going to allow people to live even with inflation rising. So you're not going to have people that are selling off shares because they've already got that replacement of income that inflation took from them. So Canada's fine. I think the United States might be planning on doing something like that. And so if we start to see those countries start to take those measures in place, then not only is it going to not impact cryptocurrencies and other assets, but it's actually going to raise them because, for example, if I have spare cash, the best way for me to go ahead and try and make more money from that cash is to invest it, which means XRP, which everybody's kind of looking down at right now, is going to skyrocket because it is very cheap, so people can invest in it. And in a normal person's view, if I can get more stocks from something that's cheap, well, I'd rather go into that than go into something that I'm going to get very little of and put the equivalent amount of money. So XRP is very cheap, so people are going to go and invest in it, and the potential for it is extremely high, which makes it even more tempting to go ahead and get it. Plus, something to keep in mind is, if anything positive or negative happens, it doesn't just mean that it's going to impact XRP, it's going to impact all the other cryptocurrencies. So that means that there isn't an issue with XRP. XRP's potential is still the same. It's just the economy and the way cryptocurrencies and stocks and any investment works. You're going to have times where it's down, you're going to have times where it's up. 2008 was a huge issue for the world in terms of investing, and of course everything was down in terms of price. But if you look at 2008 and then you look at 2018, 2019, even prior to COVID, or let's look at even post-COVID now, you will see that even if you were holding from before 2008, before the crash, you were holding up until now, you would have significantly made money. You would have profited maybe 100 times what you would have put in. And this is with the crash and everything. And this is why there's a saying that says, if you're holding, you're going to make significantly more money than if you were to even day trade or do anything with your money. You hold, even if you have to hold an extra year or 2 years, you're going to eventually hit that profitability mark and make those big numbers that you were never expecting because you were hodling. And this is where the big question actually appeared. If somebody told you XRP was going to 50 cents again or 20 cents again, what would you do? Would you buy more? Would you sell all of your XRP? Would you decide I'm going to hold? This is the question that comes back to everybody. But I think the important thing to understand here is, in the past, right? Or let me tell you guys this. When XRP was at $1.98, I can't remember if it was a year ago or a year a little bit earlier than a year, maybe it was 9 months. But when it was at $1.98, what was everybody saying? Everybody was saying, I wish I had bought more when it was 20 cents, when it was 30 cents. Everybody was wishing they could just dream of going back into the past, buying XRP at 20 cents, 30 cents, just so that they could have made, 10 times, 20 times what they would have. And this is the opportunity. Even if XRP goes down to 20 cents, 30 cents, are you going to buy more? Or are you going to be the guy that goes ahead and when it goes to that, it hit $2 then, but it might hit $10, once the time happens after the lawsuit. Maybe it goes to 20 cents and the lawsuit comes positive and it jumps to $10. Are you going to be the guy that once you see that $10 goes and says, I wish I just had 1 second where XRP goes to 20 cents and I buy? Or are you going to be the guy that says, I made the right decision. I bought XRP when everybody was doubting it. I took it in. I took the risk when everybody wasn't willing to take the risk. And so I deserve the reward. You have that decision. It's not here yet. But if it comes, you shouldn't be disappointed. You should actually be happy that you were given a golden opportunity. This is what happened with Bitcoin. Bitcoin went from 15,000 to 3,000 during COVID. It was $3,000, guys. And what were people saying? That was the end of Bitcoin. Everybody was saying that was the end. But who were the smart people? The people that had bought in at 10,000. Yes, they lost money. Or they didn't lose money, because you don't lose if you don't sell. But their number that was on the screen was down. But what did they do? They purchased more at $3,000. Imagine. $3,000. What is Bitcoin at right now? On the low end, guys. On the low end, 48,000. It was at $65,000. So if you were to had bought one Bitcoin for $3,000, you would have made $62,000 in about a year. So once again, this is not financial advice or legal advice, but definitely consider that when it happens, or if it happens, because it might not happen. This is all just theoretically estimates. It could just jump right now, and we could see Bitcoin hit 150 grand, XRP go and hit $20, Ethereum go and hit 10 grand. That could happen. But at the same time, you can never, underestimate the risks of it going down as well. So understand that and prepare for it. Prepare for if it goes down, okay, this is what I'm going to do. If it goes up, this is what I'm going to do. Have that in mind at least. That being said, guys, I thought I'd release this important video because, again, the article that was provided was from Forbes. And if you don't know Forbes is actually a very trustworthy website that only provides fact-checked articles. So they don't release things that are, predictions, irrelevant. Everything they post is relevant. Everything is highly educated estimates. So that's why I decided I'd go ahead and do this article. Otherwise, I wouldn't even put the article up because it would be some no-name brand. But since it was Forbes, I thought I'd just release this for you guys, so you guys know the risks of course, preparing for if it happens or if it doesn't happen. That being said, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please smash a like button. Comment your thoughts down below. What do you guys think about this? Do you even think there is going to possibly be a crash? Or have you set things in plan for if it does happen or if it doesn't? Let me know in the comment section below. And of course, subscribe for all the latest and the most important news about both cryptocurrencies and XRPs. And I'll see you next time.